My name is Leslie, and this is my world that I would like to introduce you to. Here are some gorgeous locations in and around East Lothian in Scotland, which is the place that I love to call home. Welcome to my world.
What to buy, but I believe, the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in war. What are the reasons why they're for? Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say, posing the saints. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all run by bad judges and Lucifer they serve. Don't believe banks are honest. It fleets you to the bone. And when there's nothing left to get, they'll even take you home. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 All that they serve you are opinionated view. I don't switch on my TV, cause all they do is lie. I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you, the truth will set you free. I believe 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 the truth will set you free.
My name's Leslie and I'm from East Lothian. I first seriously questioned the heliocentric model when I stumbled upon a video on YouTube pointing out certain things about the Earth being flat, and it instantly sparked my attention, and it's kind of just evolved since then. That was almost exactly 2 years ago to the date, and ever since then it's been quite an experience. It's had its ups and its downs, but once you realise that everything that you once thought was fact actually isn't fact. It was quite empowering to kind of discover all this new information, and I quickly, off the back of that, I quickly realised that all these beliefs and ideas and stuff that I had in my head were actually only other people's ideas and theories, and realising that was pretty amazing.
Don't believe the papers, don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. Don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe in aliens, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in war. What are the reasons why they're for? Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say, posing the same. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free.
I had an overwhelming feeling that it couldn't possibly be true. Such a huge mass deception, you know, of all humankind. And it was a really big feeling of disbelief, you know. Not being able to comprehend how big this lie actually was, how far it went. It was kind of scary at first, but then once you realise the true nature of how things really are, you know, you understand that it isn't that scary, and it's simple, natural reality and how it is. So for me, the fear sort of side of things subsided pretty quick. I was able to let go of all my existing beliefs quite easily. So it did, I mean, when I first found out, I wanted to go to the papers. I wanted to tell the world. I wanted to expose this, you know. But when you realise that people just weren't quite ready for that, it made it quite difficult. But I'm here now, so. Well, it initially didn't actually take me all that long to run the idea past my mum, but this was before I properly researched it, and boy did I regret that. When I was doing my mum's hair, I said to her, "Mum, see when they decided that the world wasn't flat and that it was a globe, were you like around when that decision was made?" And wow, she went absolutely bonkers at me, probably because I was insinuating that she was 500 years old, and also that the world wasn't a globe and that it was flat. So her reaction kind of put me off speaking about it to a lot of people. So that just made me all the more determined to go out, do my own research, get my own evidence, and then, you know, be able to put this to her. And I've still not put it to her properly in a whole kind of package the way that I want to, but I feel that I'm ready to do that now. I've kind of done enough research and I do know enough about it, and I think, I mean, once you know, and you can't deny it. And I think it is really important that I can tell my friends and my family, because this can impact their life as well. It can better their life, empower them, you know. Life doesn't have to be living a lie, a huge, huge lie. And fundamentally, that's super important. So, making this video, well, there's no going back now. They'll definitely know.
Don't believe the papers, I don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. Don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free.
Well, because we're not, well, I certainly wasn't taught to question what I was being told. I was, you know, felt like everything that teachers, people of authority, everything that they said was like the truth. Why would they lie to you? So I think from such a young age, you know, the indoctrination, you see in the Globe, you see it all the time. I mean, I remember every classroom I've been in, it's had a Globe, you know, so it's just a constant reminder. It's constantly there, subliminally. Yeah, there is no real kind of reason why. I mean, why would people question what they're told? You know, I think it's as simple as that. I don't think people even realise that they can question things, that they're allowed to. And going back to reactions, when you see the reactions of people when they do question stuff, no wonder people don't, because the reactions that they get, it's like you're an absolute crazy person, you know. So yeah, I think just having it rammed down your throat basically from such a young age, it just becomes second nature to you. It becomes your fundamental truth, and that truth is a complete lie. So I think the education that I received definitely did not help with my critical thinking whatsoever. If anything, it just hindered it. I would thoroughly say that my mum and dad are probably the biggest influence for me having critical thought. I was brought up, you know, not belonging to any kind of religion or anything like that. My mum said to me from quite a young age that when I asked her, what am I? You know, because I was christened, but not for the right reasons, I dare say. But I think being brought up, allowed to have my own beliefs, has gave me the ability to think critically now, you know. But yeah, I would say all this is probably down to the way that I was brought up with my mum and dad. Certainly not the school. That's just hindered things rather than help critical thought, definitely. I think they've been able to perpetuate this lie for so long because well, you've got all these institutions, NASA for one. I mean, everybody believes that we've been to the moon. Well, the majority of people believe that. You know, and it's such a big thing that so many people believe in, and I think that really I think that's got a lot to do with how it's been able to go on for so long, the amount of money that's ploughed into NASA, you know, and money, it's control. It's just a total form of control. So yeah, I would say that's probably how it's been able to go on for so long, because there's such a minority of people who are rich and who do own these institutions, and they essentially are the ones that are controlling everything, and they're the ones continuing to perpetuate this lie. So NASA have got a lot to answer for. So the reason the shape of the earth is important to me is because the shape that we've been told is not what our senses sense. It's not what we see, you know, and I'm sitting here looking out to sea right now, and it's phenomenal how flat it is, and you know, it's just it's not what we've been told. So the fact that we seem to deny our own intuition, our own senses, that's why it's important, why we know the true shape of the earth, because then it means that why are they telling us this huge lie, you know? So that's why it is important, because we shouldn't be listening to other people's theories and ideas and all this pseudoscience. We should be trusting ourselves and doing our own experiments, learning about our world and the nature that we live in. We should be able to go out there and do our own stuff and express what we find, and do that without having to come up against ridicule and feeling like, you know, that you're wrong. We should be able to question everything. So yeah, that's why I think the true shape of the earth is important for every single person that lives on it.
Fancy finding you here.
So the reasons that I think that I'm right about that we don't, that the heliocentric model is wrong, well, the reasons are, oh, wow, there's so many. But the fact that I know and can quite easily prove that, you know, all these pictures from supposedly outer space, the International Space Station, all that stuff, that doesn't exist. That's not right. Another big thing was, you know, so 500 years ago they decide that it's a spherical ball, and back, you know, then they never had the technology or the advancements to be able to get up high enough to even see or, you know, properly go and look and check. So I think that, I mean, you could even say, right, okay, we've made a huge mistake here, you know, let's sort it out. But I think that's what they did do, you know. They discovered for themselves, and that's one of the main things why this lie is being perpetuated, because everybody, it's like the small minority again, is, you know, enforcing this crazy situation on us, that we're living on a spinning ball, which can't be detected. You can't detect the curve. Water can't conform to any shape, let alone a sphere. That sounded really Scottish there, eh? Yeah.
Subtitles.
The reasons they're exponential, you know, there is so many. But yeah, I would probably say definitely the biggest one is that, you know, all that time ago that was decided, and not to even revise it, to admit, right, we were wrong, we've faffed up. Yeah, I would say that's probably one of the biggest ones, yep. I think people are resistant to the thought of their reality not being spherical, probably because, well, they really actually don't know any better, and this is, you know, this is what all this is about, making people aware that they don't have to believe in the lies that they've been told, that their reality doesn't have to be this way, you know, that it is okay to question everything, and you can explore for yourself. And I think if we do all still stick to believing in the heliocentric model, I think essentially what is happening is that you're believing in a fate worse than your true reality. So yeah, I think that's why people are resistant and find it hard, just because they really don't know anything else. So yeah, I think my thoughts are my own now, definitely 100%, but they weren't before. They were heavily influenced by so many different factors, but now, only coming into my 30s, am I realising all this stuff about the true nature of my reality, and it is absolutely wonderful. And knowing that these thoughts that I have, these ideas that are my own, they're not being pushed on me through all these books, through education. And yeah, I would say now, definitely, my thoughts are my own, and it's really important to me that my thoughts always stay my own. And that's something that I need to install and teach my children, so that they don't have to grow up with that uncertainty and weird craziness of thinking that you live somewhere when it's so far from your true reality. Yeah, thoughts can be manipulated, and they are being manipulated every single day. I see it when my kids come home from school, and you know, they're being taught about the solar system, but the thing that bothers me is that they're being taught it as fact, when really they need to be told that it is a theory, so that they can decide and discern for themselves what is actually being presented to them. So yeah, definitely our thoughts are being manipulated en masse. I mean, look at television, tells lies to your vision. You know, I gave up TV, mainstream TV, 2 years ago now, and it's been wonderful. It's been absolutely wonderful. So instead of watching crap like The X Factor, I tune into Dell on a Saturday night. It's brilliant. I love it. It's great. I love the truth, and that's what we all need to be standing up for and going with that, because, well, you can't argue with the truth, and once you know, you know. The main thing that inspires me and motivates me to this newfound awareness is what I can do for my children growing up. You know, they don't have to go through some of the things that the mass majority of people do go through, and I think the driving force behind it is that, you know, we can change this for everybody, or at least give them the opportunity to access all the information that they need to be able to make sense of their world and their reality, then that they live in. So I think as well, for inspiration, seeing other people, you know, coming out and speaking about it and giving their thoughts and their ideas on stuff, that's really quite inspiring. I've sat for 2 years, you know, learning about all this stuff, and only now feel like I've got the confidence to even express my thoughts. You know, I mean, what do my thoughts even matter? But it does matter. Everybody's thoughts matters, and I think if more of us, which is happening, we are all coming together and, you know, pushing the truth out there. So I would say probably the truth, big motivation, because you can't argue with it. It's there and it's never going away, and neither is the shape of our true reality. It's always going to stay the same. It's never going to change. And the quicker people realise that, the better their lives will be. It'll improve when they realise that, you know, you're not a speck of insignificance hurtling through space. You're important and you're special and you're here for a reason. We all are, and that's what motivates me. Yes, there is definitely more beyond the known. There is a whole world out there. I'm looking at it right now. There is so much more, and I think people just asking these things, querying about stuff. I mean, who knows? You know, you don't have to accept all these things that you're told, that you don't even realise that you believe in certain things, all because you're being like subliminally picking up on all these messages that you interpret, but you didn't even understand how you interpret them. There is definitely way more out there, and all the things that you think you know, you need to question them, because when I done that, it's led me here, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. 3 evident truths would be, see that horizon that we're looking at right now? I can't see any curve, and I'm sure all these people on the beach, if I was to ask them, they would probably say, nope, I can't see it. So there's a major one. The fact that this water right now is there, it looks like it's being contained, that's another one. Certainly, what would be my other one? 3 evident truths. I can't sense any movement beneath my feet. I feel like what I stand on is solid, it's fixed, it's stationary. I can't detect any motion.
So,
I think if we all came to agreement on some fundamental facts of reality, such as, you know, all the natural science stuff, I mean, you can't argue with that. And if we can all agree on these simple facts that we can observe in our reality, that would really help in changing people's perceptions and thinking differently, using their critical thought, and becoming more proactive with the thoughts that they do have, even if they go against the grain, even if it's not what everybody else in the whole world wants you to think or believe. Reality is what we can see, what we can touch, what we can feel, and you shouldn't ever doubt it, because it'll always stay fundamentally the same. Your reality is tangible, it's touchable, so why not explore it and go find out for yourself? you discern, you make your own choices about what you choose to believe in or what you choose not to believe in. And I think doing that with the reality that you can see, touch, feel, perceive, I think that's what makes it your reality, is doing all these things. And then you know all the choices that you make in your life are based on something that's real, and they're yours, and they're your choices to make.
Well, I know it's kind of late, really need to wake you, 'cause what I gotta say can't wait. You gotta know right now, no curve in space, 'cause water's level. Our lives have been one big lie, but it won't be there tomorrow, 'cause it's gonna die. You know, you hear a lamentation, nature sings her song, and we don't hardly pay attention. That's gone on far too long. Every time they say we're spinning, our senses are screaming no. It was our minds they messed with, just a Hollywood show. You know it ain't too late to change it, just gotta stand up now. We're gonna have to pull together, we ain't forgotten how. If your belief has no sense nor reason, it's gonna make you weep and cry, till you see the signs of nature in your eye. Till you see